Hey, Wrong World Entertainment, and out of nowhere, we've just been given our first official look at 2024's remake of The Crow. We've just done a video on them moving the release date, which I said we'll probably get a trailer next month or something, and all of a sudden, images have been dropped. Official images. They give us our first look at Skarsgård as Eric Draven and what she called FKA Twigs as Shelley. And the look is horrible, unfortunately. As soon as you look at it, the first thing that sprung to my mind was Jared Leto's Joker. He's got the tattoo on the face and everything. Yeah. So, with the tattoos, that's kind of confirming the leak script that he would be covered in tattoos. Because that came from the script, nowhere else. And now we're seeing him with the script, so it's looking like this one image of him donning the makeup is that third act. Because that is when he's meant to don the makeup by the end of the movie. But they give, the director I should say, gives kind of his approach to the look of this version of Eric Draven. So we'll have a look at this. So we finally have our first look at the long-awaited remake of the supernatural superhero comic book The Crow, starring It and John Wick Chapter 4 star Bill Skarsgård as the titular anti-hero on a quest for revenge. Several first look images have been revealed and show the actor in all his tattooed gothic glory. Bill Skarsgård will lead the Crow remake as Eric Draven, aka The Crow, alongside FKA Twigs as Shelley Webster, Eric's fiancée, whose murder is the catalyst to Draven's resurrection and revenge. Set to be directed by Rupert Sanders, Ghost in the Shell and Foundation, from a screenplay by Zach Balin and Will Schneider, I think it's Schneider, the filmmaker has offered some insight into his approach to the comic book adaptation, calling it a dark romance. And here is what Sanders said. What drew me to this was the opportunity to make a dark romance, something that dealt with loss, grief, and the eternal veil between life and death, and reaching through that. Look, I grew up listening to Joy Davison and The Cure, and this movie is a bit like a Cure song, The Beauty of Melancholy, and that is his approach to this version of The Crow. And then we look at the images, and yeah, they are not great. The first image is just weird. It's probably when they broke out of the rehab center. You can see they're seemingly sitting by a fire. God knows what kind of jacket that is. The haircut, the half mullet thing is just weird. It's the whole look, not just the hair but the makeup. It seems to be somewhere in between The Crow Salvation and Crow Wicked Prayer. So the third movie and the fourth movie. The look seems to be a combination of them two, which is not good at all. Then we get this weird image, which clearly shows that he has become the Crow, because he's in the jacket and all that, but he doesn't have the makeup. And it's the image of Shelley behind the curtain of some sort, or blind or something, clearly reflecting the death and whatnot. But we can see the tattoo above the eyebrow, down the side of his face. There's one on his neck. And then we get our first look at him basically suiting up. It's that same jacket being put on, but this time he has the makeup on. And the weird thing about the makeup is he doesn't seem to have the white makeup. It just seems to be the little bit of darkness on the lips with that and the eyeshadow. And that's it. That seems to be the look. It's not a good look. It really isn't. And if he's only donning that look by the end of the movie, what's the point? It's like, seriously, what's the point? It's, again, with the tattoo above the eye and stuff, it's just very, and all over him, the hands, everything. It's very Jared Leto Suicide Squad Joker. And we know that David Ayer has even said he regrets putting the tattoo on the face for that. That look of the Joker just didn't work, and I don't see this one working for people. I'm sure there'll be people who think it has a great look to it. I'm not won over by this at all. But there you go. There is your first official look at Bill Skarsgård as the Crow in the upcoming remake of The Crow, coming out this June. And with that, I will leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, I'll catch you in the next.